Jose Juarbe here, founder and owner of Kap Rate Group Commercial, first commercial brokerage offering commercial agents 100% commission for $1,000 a month. Okay guys, topic of the day is everyone's talking about buying commercial deals, but nobody's talking about the risk. And right now, buying commercial deals are very tough because these deals do not make any sense, okay? So we got the cost of the actual asset that's through the roof. We have the cost of the interest rate that's through the roof, and materials are through the roof, labor's through the roof, taxes through the roof, everything's through the roof. It's not easy to get into commercial real estate at the moment, but I'll say that with the $2, 3, 4 trillion that are going to reset within the next 24 months, there's going to be great opportunities to go ahead and jump in the game. I will say that most people that jump in the game fail because they don't understand two keywords, which is management, which equals stabilization. And it's very important for investors to understand how important a management of a property is. And I don't mean like a management company where they're collecting your rent and they're paying your bills. That's not what I mean. A management company that comes in and cares about your tenants, cares about the units, cares about the common areas, cares about the repairs that they need to make. They don't look at a tenant or a unit as rent, okay? And these are the things that are very difficult to find in investors. They're just looking at a cap rate, they're looking at a rate of return, and they really don't understand the value in stabilizing that property. Because when you do that, you stop the revolving door, okay? And what do I mean by the revolving door? Tenants moving in and out, okay? I've stabilized hundreds of units. I avoid revolving doors. And the way I do that is by doing a home visit and having my requirements for tenants that they have to be at their existing unit for at least 2 years to even see my unit. And once they're approved to see one of my units, they also have to let me do a home visit of where they live. And I've been doing this for many years, and it's brought me nothing but success. I have tenants that have been with me 15, 16, 17 years, but not only because I've done those two things, it was also imperative, key, that I had a good management team in place. I'll give you an example, right? Family moves in, they've been with me 4 years, their closet rod falls. And when we go look at it, it's obvious, right, that there's 300 pounds worth of clothes on that rod. And what do? Do I blame the tenant? Or do I bring my team in and I look at the wall and I tell my boys, hey, find those studs. Get some 2x6s on that wall. Let's support whatever she wants to do. She wants to do pull-ups on her closet rod. Make it that strong. And when a tenant sees that you're not playing the blame game and that you care about them, the news spreads, and this is where they decide to turn your apartment into their home. So if you're thinking about getting into commercial, you have to understand that one, is not an easy business, and that two, every part of it is through the roof. And so who are the real winners in commercial real estate? And I'm specifically talking about multifamily today. And the winners are the ones that know how to buy and know how to hold, know how to stabilize by managing. Those are the winners, okay? If you want to get into multifamily, you have to find where the deals are at. And what's cool about tech today is that you could walk through Google Earth down Detroit on their actual streets, and you can see what these neighborhoods look like. 25 years ago when I started, I couldn't do that. I had to drive around in my little beat up pickup truck in this little community called East Garfield Park, and I could only focus there. Nowadays, it's so easy to buy in different states. Obviously, you want to get a good team together in those states, but it's easy to evaluate different states. We have all these different platforms. We have AI, we have data, we have Google Earth, Google Maps. We have so much, right? Zillow, LoopNet, Realtor.com. You have Cretsy, CoStar. We have so many different platforms, okay, guys, that you no longer need that old brokerage named the old ways, right? You go talk to Tom. He has a list of the properties and no one else has that list. That's over with, guys. Those old ways are over with. You don't need Tom. You don't need Jack. You don't need these guys. What you need is just these platforms, okay? And they're free. Jump on these things and they're free. So who succeeds? The one that knows how to buy, I like to buy, if I'm looking at a Class C building, I like to be at 30 to 35,000 a door, period. I don't care what anybody says. Do those deals exist today? No, that's why I'm not buying. But if you go to Detroit, you can find them for 45, 55,000 a door, but they're still too expensive for me. If you're looking at jumping into commercial, you really have to understand every piece and every variable that takes from your bottom line, okay? So again, does it sound good to buy at the dip? It does if you know what you're doing. But if you don't know what you're doing, I don't suggest that you get into commercial real estate. There's different types of real estate that you can buy to start, okay? You can buy a 2-unit, get yourself acclimated. You can buy a 4-unit, and then from there, you can get into the bigger stuff. So again, my name's Jose Juarbe from Kap Rate Group Commercial, the first commercial brokerage offering 100% to established commercial agents.